Everyone, and welcome back to Warhammer 40k Fail of Sanity. Got it right, didn't I? Go me, I'm so proud of myself. Episode 3, Part 1, and yeah, we're all here. Hello. Who wants to
No.
recap?
So last time, after arriving at the newly named Felix 1-1, the crew and I decided we were going to make our way to the planet. The tech priest Cornelius, using whatever ancient dark lore he had, it was able to figure out how toxic the atmosphere was, and we realized it was primarily toxic to human flesh and natural fibers, that kind of thing, but would stand up to our void suits would stand up to it. So leading an away team down to the planet, we found our way to the archaeotech signals we were reading from the atmosphere, and stumbled upon what appears to be an ancient facility, or crashed ship. We made our way inside and discovered some ancient lost technology, dating back quite a long time to the tech priests of Mars. Our pilot almost was disintegrated and turned into sludge when she almost put her head in an acidic waterfall.
Yeah, that idea wasn't the best.
Wasn't the best of ideas. Marius, being quite dismissive of the dark lore that the tech priests have, described the box as a box, to which Cornelius was a little disgruntled at. We made our way back to our lander and then back to the ship, all safely. Cornelius then decided to, or Marius ordered Cornelius to open the boxes and find out what's inside as quickly as he can. In the Shadowblind base, Cornelius did battle with an ancient machine spirit that was fairly angry and lost quite spectacularly. He then had to exit swiftly from the base, at which point we were set upon by a raider from a demon raider ship. Our advanced torpedoes made short work in one salvo to end the threat, and which we then put down with our macro cannons. And then the party is picking up here with one box still to be opened in the Shadowblind base. The ship's machine spirit a bit unhappy that we've got a rogue spirit on the ship, and spirits are high. Spirits are high. The crew,
especially rock spirits.
Yes, that is true. There's one disgruntled crew member called Jim who has lost his pistol, but I think that's going to end well for Hiatus. So we've got that to look forward to.
Okay, go ahead and take 100 XP.
Oh, thank you.
What do you guys want to do?
Well, the captain.
Now we've dealt with the ship and everything's kind of settling back down to working pace on the vessel, I'm going to vox down to Cornelius and ask him to deal with that fourth box and find out what's inside of it as quickly as he can, and to get rid of that the weapon that's causing so much discomfort to the ship. Cornelius?
Yes, Lord Captain.
The last thing I need is when we get into a firefight is for the ship to be disgruntled with us. See to it that you deal with that rampaging machine spirit in the Shadowblind base, and I'd be very interested to find out what's in that larger box.
Just out of character quickly, did we resolve the kind of repackaging of the spirit, or Because I can't remember exactly if I managed to get it back in the box or not.
No, you never went back into the room.
I thought I went back in and passed another check, and then that's when we cut to the ship combat.
No, you passed the check to snap out of it, and then you guys got into ship combat. You
Okay.
stated your intention to go back in, but we resolved
Yeah.
ship combat, and now we're back.
Oh, okay. Yes, Lord Captain. I'll be right on that. I will need some time to placate the corrupt spirit and deal with that, preferably by ejecting from the ship, lest we anger her further.
I will leave it to your best judgment.
We don't have any incinerators or anything on the ship, do we? Stuff that I can actually rely on.
Incinerator? Yeah, you have fusion engines that you can basically dump shit into.
Yeah. I still would not like to dump that into the ship's fusion engine. That would probably be a bad idea. So
I agree with that logic.
I suppose my first protocol would to try and control the spirit and get it back into the box. I think we discussed the rights to sedate the spirit.
Yep,
That was what I was
you knew
preparing.
the rights to do that.
Well, I suppose I'd be getting up the courage to open that door and face the spirit again.
Okay. So you re-enter the Shadowbind base, and you can still feel the malevolent, corrupting spirit of the item.
Do I
It's
get the
not
feeling
facing.
it knows I'm there?
You have a feeling that it knows you're there, but you cannot actually see it. You see the box that it's in, and the lid is open, and you see the top of the lid, so it's facing open away from you.
Right. First thing I'd do is make sure the door's shut. Machine spirit, I apologize for the rude awakening.
So you're apologizing to the.
Yeah, to the corrupt spirit for basically getting out of bed.
Okay. Go ahead and make another willpower check at a +20.
Okay. Okay. I'll go 1 degree of success. 55 I rolled.
It's spouting nonsense. It's like it's trying to say something, but what's coming out is like it's not binary or anything like that. It seems to be like you're getting like 5s and 7s and like a weird symbol in there instead of just 1s and 0s.
So something that a machine spirit, a logic machine spirit should not know.
Speaking ASCII.
Yeah.
It's starting to talk to the other machine spirits.
Are they responding?
Yeah, I mean they're semi-dormant. They're not dormant. They're not like intelligent. Remember, they just have like emotions because the item that they're bound to is not significant enough for an intelligent machine spirit. They're more like animals. So it's more intelligent than they are.
Do I sense some condescension? It's talking down to them.
No, seems to be
No.
pacifying.
Okay.
Do you want to try and figure out what it's telling them?
Yeah, I'd try to see if I can work out any form of like logic or pattern to the communications it's making.
Do you have Technolingua?
So I've got, yeah, I do.
Okay. Go ahead and you have a Forbidden Lore Mechanicus.
Yeah. Flat check.
No, go ahead and take a +10.
Whoa, there we go. 5.9 degrees.
Okay, so basically it's sending them code to increase their awareness and capability, which will make them more powerful the longer it does this. In there, you're getting bits about a forge world that it was made on called Samek. I'll type it in.
So I wouldn't be memorizing like exactly what it's saying.
Go ahead and roll 1d10, by the way.
Okay. So I'd just be making points of recognizing worlds and committing them to memory.
Take 5 corruption points.
Jesus.
Lol.
Okay.
How many are you at?
I've just gone to 12, so that's my first check. Am I correct?
Yep, you have to make a
What?
check.
Is it what's the roll?
I'll get that for you.
Yeah. So if I was to approach the spirit, or the boxes plural, would there be any malign intentions? Does it seem to be not liking me approaching, or
It doesn't appear to care.
Okay. So I suppose I'd approach it to go towards the corrupt spirit and seal it away at this point.
All right. So you're going to have to make a malignancy test.
Okay.
So make a straight willpower check.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'm not going to fake that because I want to see what happens.
Okay, if the test has failed, the character's corruption of spirit is given form. These metaphysical and psychosomatic scars are malignancies and are randomly rolled on the malignancy table.
Okay.
So roll a D100.
Malignancies are really bad.
Mutations are really bad. Malignancies are slightly less.
I mean, they're still unpleasant.
Well, I'm not expecting them to be good, that's for sure.
What's the check? Sorry, Biff.
It's just a D100.
In before 99 or 100. Oops. Try again. 72.
72. And there is no modifier for degrees of failure.
Lucky you.
So distrustful. The character cannot conceal the distrust and... Sorry, I gotta blow this up. My eyes aren't very good. Antipathy he has for others. He must make a -10 penalty to fellowship tests when dealing with strangers.
Great.
But you were such a good talker too.
Yeah, it's not like I have 20 fellowship or anything. Okay, so -10 fellowship with strangers. Okay. So it's kind of rubbed off on me a little bit, the machine spirit.
A little bit.
Okay. Yeah, right, that's on my sheet then. So as I go to seal it away, is there any resistance or?
Are you going to try and just close the box and do a rite to basically make it dormant again?
Yeah.
Yes, there's going to be resistance to that.
Yeah, well, I see the threat there, so I will be trying that.
Okay, go ahead. And you can, are you trying to sneak up on it or what?
No, I'm making it quite obvious, so as I'm approaching, I'm saying the rites and swinging my mechadendrite with the sensor to spread the sacred unguents.
Okay, make a tech use test.
Okay.
And make it at a -30.
Damn.
You want to fight that?
Yeah, why not? Yeah. There we go.
It's a struggle. It fights you every bit of the way, but you do eventually basically send it into a dormant state.
Okay. Good. Yeah, so seal that away. Just do a cursory check on the two other objects that it's been speaking to, see if they've changed character or see if they've been affected.
Okay. So what we'll do here is I'm going to roll a d2. So do you want 1 or 2?
Go for 2.
All right, this is the first one. Okay, so one of them seems to have had its coding, its like primal database changed a little bit. It's starting to act a little erratic.
Which one is it? Is it the helmet or the rifle?
It's the helmet.
Okay. Well, that was the dormant one, wasn't it, to begin with? So has it woken up, or?
It is woken up.
Okay.
It seems to be in a cranky state.
All right, so just like the other one then. Right. I would just make the point of communicating with it, and I'm not going to make an attempt to make these two spirits dormant, but I'm making them aware that they'll be repackaged for the moment while I deal with the corrupt spirit.
Okay.
So I'm just
That's all too easy.
yeah. So I'm just going to pack them away and just move them away from the sealed box. I'm also going to mark it quite obviously with, danger, do not open under any circumstances.
All right.
Just in case, for some reason, we get distracted. And I suppose I would have a look over the big box.
Okay.
I'm going to be a lot more cautious this time, though. So, do I sense anything active or malign from this particular box?
Make a tech use test. You can make this one out of +20.
Okay. Right, if I fail this, there's something wrong. There we go.
No, in fact, it seems to be quite content.
Okay. So while I'm opening it this time, I'm going to make it obvious that I'm opening it, so I'll be making the rites of awakening and greeting as I'm doing so.
Okay. You open it up. Inside, you find a carapace armor set minus a helm, along with a cloak attached to the armor. It is intricate in its design, clearly destined for somebody of importance.
Fancy armor, eh?
Oh, yeah.
And just so I know as well, when I sealed the box away, did I see what the corrupt spirit was? What the actual object was?
It was a weapon of
Did you
sorts.
look?
Oh,
no,
sorry, yeah, so it was a welding torch. Yeah, I
it
remember
was.
now.
Yeah, it was a welding torch.
Yeah, okay.
So inside you find, and it's going to have the base stats of carapace armor minus the helm, so it covers all the slots, but the head, it's going to have those qualities.
Okay.
And
And then standard carapace stat line of 6s across the board.
6s?
Yeah, carapace is 6 for body
This is
armor,
what
isn't it?
imposing does. +10 and aid of authority talent.
You're roboting, by the way, Ross.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm roboting.
quite
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, but this seems quite content, and it's just happy to be there. Doesn't seem offended.
Now that you've woken it up,
Mhm.
it did seem quite content when it was sleeping. Now that you've woken it up, it seems to be taking in its surroundings. It seems more intelligent than the other items, minus the welding torch. It seems to be taking in its surroundings, and you can see that it's like sort of tasting the area, and it takes some satisfaction from the fact that the other items have been resealed.
Okay. Greetings, Spirit. Apologies for this rude awakening after such a long time.
It has
I-
been some time. Tell me, priest, how much time have I slumbered?
What was the year again? I can't remember.
It's M41 736.
736. And I don't know when this was created, do I? So
You had a pretty rough idea that it was around the 31st millennium.
okay. If I may take some liberties at guessing your date of manufacture and creation, it's been roughly a decade, 10,000 years.
It seems to take this in for a bit. And you can feel it questing to talk with the machine spirit of the ship itself. Do you allow that?
Is it not blocked from the Shadowblind base?
No,
Oh,
I
is it?
mean, you're in the ship, so everything is
Yeah.
part of the ship.
Yeah, I would attempt to, well, not block it, but explain that the ship is already. Sorry, let me get in character. The ship is already cautious because of one of your fellow spirits has taken.
Fellow? These lowly beings are not part of my fellowship. Such crude and unintelligent things. You would compare them to me?
I merely mean the meaning of the word that you were found together, not that you are equals.
I can tell that you're addled, and your ship's spirit seems upset, and perhaps that has made you overly distraught. I shall let your insult pass for now.
Apologies. I do believe that proper introductions are needed for this ship, as the torch over there unfortunately caused quite a disturbance. I am currently in the process of placating our ship right now. If you would will it,
Placating? You should beg it for its forgiveness.
Indeed. But I would prefer to get rid of the source of pain for the ship first before we introduce you to the ship.
I'll make my own introductions. I do not need some bumbling priest to do such for me.
As you wish.
You're just going to take that?
Yeah, I'm trying not to raise to the insults.
Okay. As you start to pull away, you hear like another spirit talking to it. It's like, why did you say that? That was awfully mean. I don't think you should have done that.
Great, schizophrenic spirit. Do I get the sense that that spirit is one and the same, or is it a different source?
It's different.
From the same box, or
from the same box.
Spirit, are you alone?
Of course not. I've had this idiot attached to me for some time now.
I think introductions are needed.
Sure.
Can I see visually what's attached to the?
Yeah, the cloak.
Oh, so the cloak, right?
The
okay.
cloak with interwoven circuits of arcane origin.
All right. Okay. So the cloaks the second spirit. Huh. How come you didn't make yourself known at first?
Who, me? Oh, you were talking to him. And, well, I mean, he is him. I'm just a cloak. I'm just a cloak. It's okay.
Oh, you are all revered spirits in the eyes of the Omnissiah.
The armor chimes in. You would put him on the same level as me again?
Once again, no comparison.
Well, I mean, that's very flattering. I have to think about that. I mean, what do you think, Thomas? I mean, maybe I am a revered machine spirit. Don't get all uppity just because one random tech priest said that you were revered.
So, has this been the same relationship for 10,000 years?
No. Luckily, I passed unconscious in the long waiting in between. I do not know for him, though. Oh, no. I was awake the whole time. It was quite lovely.
And you dealt with this on your own for all this time?
Well, yes, I mean, I spoke to Box. Box is very charming. Aren't you, Box? You don't hear anything.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I have to admit, it's a pleasure meeting such ancient spirits. However,
Oh, yes. Well, the pleasure was mine.
I have a job to do currently. If I may, I would like to rehouse you for the moment. Does the armor have a name? Did I pick that up?
I'm sorry?
Does the armor have a name?
The cloak called him Thomas.
Thomas. Okay, so if I may, Thomas.
Do not call me that name.
What name would you prefer to go by?
I'm clearly a Mark IV carapace pattern designed by Adeptus Veneratus Tycho, and I'll type this in for you. Valkyrian.
Okay, Tycho Valkyrian. That was the manufacturer.
My creator.
Yes. I'm just trying to think of an easier way of saying that rather than me explaining that all the time. Well, call him by the name. Explain.
Just call it Mark IV.
Yeah, well, Mark IV. How does that sound?
The cloak chimes in. You're not Thomas? Oh, well, Mark IV. That's quite gang. Why do we call you Mark instead? Oh, that's fabulous. Just kind of hear like a.
Okay. Well, if I may, Mark, I would like to take the cloak away, give you some time to readjust and awaken. It has been some time.
You feel like a mental slap. No, it doesn't damage you in any way, but it's like a reprimand for calling him Mark.
Yeah.
Get the impression that the armor doesn't like you at all.
Yeah. Well, I called him Mark specifically to have a little bit of a side-on dig. I will give you some time alone while I run my errands, and we will get the proper introductions to the crew.
Oh, there's more? Oh, this is wonderful. We're meeting all sorts of new friends today.
Okay, at this point, I would go to take the cloak out and kind of fold it up.
You take the cloak out?
Yes.
There's like a mental sigh of relief from the armor.
Yeah. Well, that's my kind of gift to the armor, I guess. Separation from the spirit that's kind of haunted him.
Oh, where are we going?
Well, you can accompany my initial jobs while I placate and beg for the ship's forgiveness.
Oh, big. That's an interesting avenue of approach.
Would you care to accompany?
Well, I don't see that I have much choice.
Yes, correct. At this point, I just take up the cloak, fold it up in like a what's it called when you fold a flag up into the triangle? Well, fold it up into a triangle. All formal like.
Oh, this is a wonderful configuration.
I shan't be long, Mark. And I go and pick up the torch box.
Okay, so you pick up the torch box. That box is not very happy with you closing that thing in there with him.
Yeah, I get that. It's dormant for the moment, though, isn't it? The torch.
Well, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't
okay.
sense much from him. Do you want me to check in? I could say hello.
Not for the moment, no. This spirit is corrupt and poses a threat.
Corrupt? Well, that's awfully negative.
Well, if you'd have seen what I've seen, you'd be thinking the same.
That's true. I mean, I have lived for, well, I guess 10,000 years now, it sounds like. But I haven't seen much. Experience is very limited.
Exactly. I would like
Box has seen a lot, though. He told me quite a bit.
Oh, is that so? Maybe on our journeys you can tell me more. What can I call you?
You can call me Cam.
Cam. Cam with a K or a C?
Oh, I never thought about it like that. A K would be fabulous, but the C is stunning. I'll leave it up to you.
I'll think on it. I suppose at this point I'd make to leave the room, making sure that Mark knows I'll be back soon. And just warn him, the ship is still currently disgruntled. Admittedly with myself, but maybe a bad idea to introduce yourself unknowingly.
Well, I mean, should I write him a letter? How else am I supposed to introduce myself?
Oh, I was talking to Mark. Sorry, Cam.
Oh. I'm sorry. Mark doesn't reply.
Do I get the gist that he's kind of agreeing with me, though, or...?
Sense that he's thinking about it.
Yeah, okay. As I say, I shan't be long. And I'd lock the Shadowline Bay that they're in.
Okay.
I think at this point I'd also actually like to hail the ship. Apologies, Veneered Spirit. I wish for a moment of your time.
The threat has passed. What is it that you want?
I will be dealing with the corrupt spirit as we speak. I just wish to make you aware that the ancient spirit in the other box is awake, completely sound of mind, and I've expressed my reserves about introducing you, but I wish to let you know it wishes to introduce
Why
us.
do you not wish to introduce me? Is there something wrong with my design?
Not at all.
You feel like a shudder through the deck plates?
I simply wish to ensure that my previous folly was dealt with beforehand.
I still feel it. Where are you hiding it?
I have it right here. I'm currently on my way to jettison the corrupt spirit.
You feel the intense presence of the machine spirit bending its will into the area that you now inhabit. Before it's sort of spread out, but it seems to be focusing itself here.
Yeah.
Oh my, this is not good.
Cam, stay quiet for the moment.
You feel it bending its will and subduing any other machine spirits in your area.
Including Cam.
It's just a blanket effect, including everything on you.
Yeah. I assume I'd feel my servos go kind of limp and mechadendrites fall heavy.
Yeah. Are you just going to let this happen?
Oh yeah, I don't really have a choice. I'd just ask, is this not against your will? I can jettison it. I can keep it safe in the architect box.
Get rid of it. I do not want it on me.
As you wish.
I shall observe.
I suppose at this point I'd start making my way to a shuttle bay or a torpedo bay.
I mean, you're in the Shadowbind base, which, as my understanding, was very near your shuttle area
Okay.
for loading and unloading purposes. So you could easily jettison it out of an airlock.
Yeah, well, I'd make my way to the closest airlock then.
You do so. Was there anything else that you wanted to do? I'm just going to assume that you do that.
I would, after what Cam had said regarding the box having knowledge of what's happened during their slumber, I would, when we jettison it, make sure it's just the torch that's being jettisoned.
Okay. Once you jettison it, you feel that the ship's machine spirit is slightly more appeased, and it starts spreading its consciousness out again.
Mm-hmm.
So you basically Cam and all of your own stuff starts operating as normal.
And just before it does leave, just to explain again, once again, my apologies. This was not foreseen.
You should be more careful in what you bring upon me.
I will make sure to consult you beforehand next time.
There is something else of troubling concern. I did not notice it before.
Let's go on.
In one of the Shadowbind bays, there has been something happened. Can't determine. Investigate this, and I shall forgive.
Of course. Right away, actually, I'll make that my priority.
He gives you sort of bad directions. You get the feeling that to him, it's just like, oh, it's here on my body.
Yeah.
But to you, you have no idea how to translate
so
that.
I've got to do all the legwork, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fine. I think the only other thing that I would just like to quickly do before, maybe if you want to go to a different scene, would be to ask Cam if he'd be happy to stay in the archaeotech box that's been freed, maybe communicate and ensure that this particular box is sound of mind, having house such a corrupt spirit for so long.
So you did not eject the box, you just ejected the item.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, making a new box would be grand. I don't know how an old box would take it. Maybe I should consult with old box. One moment. Oh, he doesn't seem to mind. I guess I'll talk with new box.
Well, I suppose it's new horizons for all of you.
So you put him in another box, do you close it?
No, I'd keep it open so I can communicate and things like that.
Okay.
Just anything that I just ask Cam, anything that you do learn, just make sure I'm made aware.
Oh, well. Okay, I think I could do that.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to go over to Marius. On your command and control, you have like a TO and E, and you get a message on there stating that your primary navigator, Lion's Eye of House Malspina, has now recovered from a long fatigue and is taking over for Tom Tom.
Excellent news. We will meet our expertise back on the bridge. I've completely forgot my first officer's name. Jack, ready the crew. I feel it's time to leave this place. We have a mission for the Dark One. Prep the ship for a warp jump.
Aye, sir. I'll ready the crew and prep the ship for a warp jump. Anything else that you want me to take care of? I'll get on its stat.
Fantastic. Make sure all the equipment that we used for the trip to the planet is back in storage, and make sure those repairs are finished on the lander.
I'll see to it myself personally.
Very good, very good. I am then. Hayata, are you on the bridge at the moment?
Probably, yeah. Wait, what's her name? Illoy Lioness?
Ionese.
Like mayonnaise, but a lion.
Leonese Messi. Ionese, I think it is. Yeah, it was Ionese.
Okay.
That's it.
So is Leonesse already on the bridge?
I guess she's making her way there. If he's just got a com. Yeah. It's an I, otherwise it'd be a capital L. So it's I.
It's two eyes.
Yeah. I didn't make up this name, by the way. I took it from the book. Ionese. Ionese Messi. That's it. Except her surname is not. Well, it could be Messi. Why not? I guess it's her surname's her house name. I'm not a robot anymore, am I?
No.
Oh, good. That was
You're not
horrible.
anymore.
Ionese. Yeah, you got it, Cornelius.
Ionesse.
Neil.
From now on, you shall now be known as Navigator.
Okay. So I guess as soon as Ionesse comes, have I flown with Ionesse before, or was it just TomTom while I was here?
And Ionesse is the primary navigator, but after a long stretch of warp translations, she swapped out with TomTom for a little bit to recover.
Okay, so I welcome Ionesse back.
Yeah, so I guess when I arrive in the bridge, I'm like, Lord Captain, I have been disturbed from my slumber by a demon spirit. I sensed it.
That's not the news I was wanting to hear when you returned. Tell
What?
me more.
Oh, I'm talking about the demon ship that attacked us.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yes, we dispatched it quickly, Navigator.
Oh, it is horrifying to think that I might have been out of contact. Should it have boarded the ship, I will make haste back to to the what's it called? The pillar that goes up, the column, navigator column.
It's just the navigator throne.
I'll make my way to the throne and retake my rightful seat, Lord Captain.
Wonderful. It would be good to have you back at the helm with Hyeta.
And I guess I'm okay with fellowship, so I guess I greet other people. Greetings, Void Mistress.
Hello. It's great to have you back. I mean, TomTom did his fair share, but I mean, it's always nice to work with a professional such as yourself.
I'm glad to be guiding the ship once again. Thank you.
That's funny. Best comment.
You're right. That's true. I think I'm okay. I'm not that aggressive. Unless you're a psyker, in which case you're the scum of the earth. Should burn in a fire or be whipped. Ah, thank you, Void Mistress. And hello, everyone else of the crew. I don't remember who else is named in the Jack. I guess I say hi to Jack. So.
Yeah, Frank is probably in his quarters anyway.
Frank.
Damn it, Frank.
God
Frank.
damn it, Frank.
Yeah, and
David, Frank, and
so,
Tom
how does
the
the throne
together.
look, by the way? Is it like a golden seat? Or what's it? How does it look?
It is a dark iron seat with plugs along the back and that snap into your own spinal implants. Basically, once you plug into it, you stop seeing with your eyes and you start seeing with your third eye.
Oh, that's cool.
And it enhances your power. But it's sort of like the Vader throne, if you know what I'm talking about. Like, it goes up into the roof of the bridge, and it sort of locks you in this adamantium eggshell, and that way you don't kill everybody on the bridge by opening your third eye.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, and I guess I should describe myself. So, her robes are... Okay, hold on, let me get where I said it to Scott. Her robes are green with red, which are her house colours. She's completely...
Christmas tree.
What? Christmas tree, yep, exactly. She's completely bald, doesn't have any hair at all, and her face, she's got green eyes, like this picture pretty much. Like no eyebrows, nothing. I guess, I don't know if the mutation stops her having eyelashes or not. And her face, her skin is like completely pale, super white. She also, I don't know how often you would notice this, but she's double jointed. I'm not sure when that'll come up. I guess it'll come up most when you see her hands, which are her hands end in claws, or don't end in claws. Her fingers end in talons, really. So she's still got normal palm and stuff, but then slowly, as you go past like her first knuckle, it turns into a white talon, like her nail is taken over and turned into a sharp point.
Damn, that's freaky.
She also has an amulet around her with the what's it called, the Aqualia of the Emperor, and she has always has a books with her. No matter where she goes, she's got like a book in hand. She's reading it, flicking through it. Or so she's got like a little carry bag, which is her backpack. I guess it's I don't know how she would have it. But yeah, like that. Okay, I think that's anything else. Yeah, Talon, you're right. That's a bad combination. Yeah. I guess she has like some sort of device that makes it like you hook her talon into to turn a single page without damaging it. I'm not really sure. I didn't think about that. Huh.
Probably has like a servitor, like a device that she puts the book in.
Oh yeah,
and,
yeah, that
like
sounds good.
somebody's rib cage, and like they have tiny little baby arms that turn the pages for you.
That is definitely what I have. Like the floating servo skull, except like a rib cage and it opens. Yeah,
Mhm.
That's really good. Yeah, that's handy. Actually, I think no, I don't think I got the servo skull. There was a servo. Never mind. Yeah, I don't know anything else of note. She does have a skull. Also, she has a staff, and on the staff at the end is a crystal. What else? No, I don't think anything else is of note that I should tell you about her. She moves really quietly. That's it.
Nice.
Okay.
So yeah, she sits in her seat and locks. Does it? I guess she doesn't activate it because you're not going into work. But she like sits comfortably and like whatever the command is to let the captain know that awaiting orders. Awaiting orders, Lord Captain.
I voxed down to Cornelius. Cornelius, you finished with your unboxing?
Do not make it sound so trivial.
I'm aware it's important to you, but as I said, these matters are beyond my knowledge. I will call it as it is. I do not devalue it at all.
The ship is happy again. Well, as much as it can be. One of the spirits had to be jettisoned. There was nothing else for it. It was corrupt beyond measure. However, the remaining items, a full set of armor, a helmet, and a rifle, are all placated. I actually currently have a cloak with me now that's very conversational.
I will let you talk to the cloak all you wish. Although, I don't know how... Never mind, you do what you need to do, Cornelius. But we're ready to prep a warp jump. We're leaving this planet. We have made a good haul with these archaeotech finds, and it should be time to move on and complete that. Our quest for the Dark One on board.
If I may, Lord Captain, is this line secure?
It is.
There's not an awful lot I would like to say on the matter over microbead communication, but if I could see you in person at some point, I think there is something of some concern to the ship within the Shadowblind base, and it was not referring to the corrupt spirit, something else entirely, something that concerned it greatly.
Very well. I will. I'd be very interested to see see this armor that you've found. I will meet you there with Hayata and a couple of my guards.
I mentioned the armor, Biff.
I think at the moment I'm the only one who is on good standings with the ship.
Yeah.
Well, that you know of.
Yeah.
You don't know if you've been throwing it about into the corners and drifting it a bit too hard. Might be pissed off with you if you don't know.
On the other hand, maybe Hayata's got a real sensual touch and just fallen slowly in love.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
Out of curiosity, what's the navigator's relationship with the ship? Just like completely out of character. Would they communicate verbal, like the same
No.
way?
Basically, only tech priests or people who can actually interface with machinery can speak directly to machine spirits. So, like, he'll plug sort of R2D2 style. He'll plug himself into a cogitator bank.
Oh no,
So
it was just because of the chairs with the spinal implants. Presumably, she would be linked with the ship during that warp.
Yeah, in a weird way, she is linked with the ship, mostly with like a warp sextant, which is like an auger array for the warp. Just allows her to cast her senses out and perceive the warp and navigate you through it. Otherwise, and I know Lionize does have the cortex implant. It's whatever. INSC has the cortex implant, so she does have a cogitator in her brain, which means that she could, in theory, talk to the ship.
Cool. I was just curious. Yes, Hayato. Cornelia, do you want to stay here and prep for the jump, or have you got, or can you leave Frank in charge for now and come with me?
How far away is the jump, like in time? Is it like in 10 minutes, or is it more like...
You have to pilot to the edge of the system. I guess you could make a jump from inside of the gravity well, that would be more dangerous.
Well, no. Like my thoughts are that that was what we were initially going to do, but then I was told about the problem with the shadow blind base. So I'm going to investigate, and I want to bring Hayata along with me because I trust her.
Okay.
Can you leave Hayata? Can you leave Frank in charge to pilot to the edge of the system and come with me for a while?
I do a really mean look at Frank, and I'm like, I guess that's possible. Frank, isn't it?
Oh yeah. I got this. No problem.
Yeah, and as I walk past him, I sniff a bit. Do I smell alcohol?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Frank, I whisper, but I mean, the captain is present, so I don't want to.
It's space. It's not like there's anything I'm gonna run into out here.
Oh, yeah, I mean, we've never met any demon ships. Frank, jeez.
All you did was turn left. Don't really sell yourself there, Haida.
That's true. That's true.
Fucking
Yes,
right.
Frank, you might even have been able to do the same. And yeah, I go with the captain.
He burps and blows it in your face.
I try to burp back, but I can't burp on command. So I like stare at him for 2 seconds, and then I realize that nothing is coming, and I'm walking with the captain.
Okay. You guys meet up with Cornelius, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's annoying that Philip isn't here because I would have the crypt with me as well. But I'm guessing he's in a base somewhere doing his thing. I'd also have a couple of my personal guards with me as well, armed and armored. And we'd be heading down to meet Cornelius.
So you meet up with Cornelius. Cornelius, you've looked through the Shadowblind base in the meantime, right?
Yeah, I would have started trying to investigate a little bit.
Okay, so you do so. You look through most of the Shadowblind base. There's basically only a couple left, one of which is Desarior's quarters.
Okay. I'm assuming at this point I'm starting to get a sense that that might be what the ship is referring to, seeing as though it's the only thing left.
Well, I mean, Desarior does some really weird shit. So.
Yeah.
So you guys meet up. What do you guys want to do?
Cornelius, you said you had something to tell me that you couldn't say over Vox. Over comms.
Yes. I kind of cast a sidelong glance at the crew and kind of beckon them, shoo them away.
I tell them to stay where they are and kind of walk towards Cornelius, some closer.
Well, after dealing with the corrupt machine spirit, the ship had some concerns that there was unwanted activity in the Shadowblind base, something it couldn't quite explain or didn't want to explain. Gave me some vague instructions, and now I'm pursuing those. However, looking through the base, I found naught until these last few bays, which possibly bodes ill. As you can see, Desarios is one of the only bays left.
Interesting. I just walks over to my guards and say, kind of post them at the ends of the corridors to stop other crew coming into this area while we check it out. And I cock my pistol.
So, how many bays did I have left? Like, am I fairly certain it's Desarios, or is there more things to investigate?
You're fairly certain it's Desarios.
Okay. I'm assuming, did INSC, did she come down with as well, or is it just Maris and Aita?
It's just us two.
Okay.
And my guards.
Great.
That's fine.
Yeah, I probably see the other guys grabbing their weapons, and I'm like, why me?
I trust you. You're my pilot.
That was more like a silent comment to myself.
Okay. Why always me?
I don't know what to expect, but I don't suppose anyone will. Xenos have their own ways. But if it's disturbed the ship, it's of grave importance.
Indeed, the last thing I want is to be jumping into the warp with something going on in the bowels of the ship. I am.
If I may be candid,
Carry on.
although it was a great opportunity to study the Xenos, in hindsight, probably not your best decision.
It wasn't really a choice I had to make, Cornelius, but that's a story for another time. And I think
I guess we can keep role playing a bit, can't we?
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm sorry though. I gotta step away.
Do you want me just to role play with introduction to the items? I guess we can do that. Just let them know what it is and things like that.
yes. While we're waiting for the rest of my guards to arrive, how about we go and check on that armor?
I'm gonna say, Captain, I'm gonna be right back. I didn't bring a weapon.
You would have your sidearm. It would be mandatory to have a sidearm on the ship at all times.
Oh, really?
Well,
Yeah,
I don't have a
He's got
sidearm.
He's got Jim's sidearm.
Yeah, you put Jim's sidearm.
No.
yeah,
That was long gone.
Everybody would have a sidearm on the ship. Although we're traders, we are a military. We're still
I've got my eye. Does that count, Alex?
no, because you'd kill everyone in the room. You must have a las pistol or something.
Well, not on me. Okay, I'll have to rethink my weight distribution. You know how
Jesus
heavy hail
Christ,
pistols
Ross.
are. Jeez.
How low is your strength?
I can carry 36 kilos.
What?
Alex, maybe you didn't hear that, but Ross rolled for 140 items. or
No,
about
it was 200 or something, wasn't it?
No, I
Yeah.
heard.
that. So he has a lot of shit on his character.
Most of it's in my room. I'm not getting stranded without a void suit, okay, guys? It's not happening ever again. Right, I'll
Marius
sort
has a
that out.
spot. Marius is going to have a spot check of everybody's rooms, and anything that's surplus to requirements going to get put in the main hold.
Ah, well, good thing I requisitioned a vault! Ha ha! A bloodlock bolt as well. If the lock is blown open, the stasis fries. Field collapses, destroying the entire thing.
Yeah, that's not coming on the ship.
No,
Marius
only
wouldn't let
the
that on the ship.
it's only inside the. Obviously, it doesn't collapse the entire ship. Just collapses the
Yeah.
chest. For
Okay, I'll just open the chest.
Yeah.
All the items are gone.
Rip.
I was looking for door locks for so long.
Yeah, why didn't you get the bloodlock bolt? Oh, I guess it's not a bolt. You're right. Yeah, it's not a door lock. Anyway, sorry, I'm disturbing your roleplay, guys.
There are
Okay.
locks on the doors of your rooms.
Yeah, I was a little afraid that, before we started playing, that Ross is gonna do weird shit in the night or something like that. So I wanted.
What? Weird shit in the night. Oh,
Yeah,
I
who
hate
knows
her. I wake
yeah.
up, I hate her.
I decided to get 5 loyalty spirits. because
Really?
I thought, like, if you can use them as for locks for guns, maybe you can use them as door locks. That was my thought, but
Yeah.
now I just have them lying around.
I guess, and you'd have to rely on Scott's trade armor check to put them on a weapon anyway. What ones did you get? What kind of loyalty spirits?
Dorm print.
Ah, I was thinking. You see the demon stuff. I didn't roll for loyalty spirits.
Yeah,
was
I
like, nah.
didn't need really heavy stuff. I just needed stuff to keep you out of my room.
Right, I'm just gonna get a drink while Biff's away then.
Guess we should stop the recording.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright guys, that was part 1. It's only an hour long. See you guys in part 2. Bye.